Hello, namaste. How are you all? I'm sorry, I know I haven't recorded for about a month now, but there were other projects I was working on, but now I'm back. So weekly recordings will start. So every Tuesday and every Friday, I will be posting videos back again on my YouTube channel. So thank you again, and I'm sure you will accept me back on the channel. I apologize for the short break I have taken, but it's all for the good cause. So once I'm ready, I will tell you why I took that little break in between. So here you go. Today I've come with a short story. So I know you all must be looking forward for a story that's normally a very, very hit on my channel. So I've got a short story. And the story is actually of a woman. I have named her Ruchika. The title of this story is not that short. Story is short, but the title is not short. The women who always being lucky. So I know the basics of writing. Title should be short, but when you will hear the story, you will understand why I wanted to title it that way. So this is Ruchika's story. So in the morning, Ruchika was going to work, and when she went outside, the front wheel of her motorbike was utterly flat. She thought, she said, what a fortunate thing. If the bike has a flat tire on the motorway, I don't know what the consequences would have been. Because she had to take the bike to change the tube, she was 15 minutes late to her work. The deputy manager said the director called for her. Ruchika thought, if the director reprimands me for being late to work, I will sincerely apologize and I will not make any excuses. So she was talking to herself in her head. But when she went to the directors, there was no reprimand. The boss met her to ask for her understanding that she should have received a decision to increase her salary that day because it was due. Still, because of the goal of fighting global inflation, the government had cut many public investment items, including the project which the company lost. Therefore, boss said the company's financial position was really difficult, and Ruchika and some of the other people, they should have received the salary hike, but there was a delay it for a while, but the company said that they will be compensated in the next salary increase period. Ruchika returned back to the office with a small joy. Still very lucky. The state cut public investment by tens of thousands of billions of dollars. Many businesses are struggling. They're going bankrupt. They had to reduce their employees' salary. Some of them have to do the staff cut as well. So, although Ruchika thought to herself, I did not get any salary reduction, and I will be compensated in the next salary increase period. So lucky. I am lucky. That's very lucky. The second luck is that I work with a very talented and a kind director. So she was all very positive in her mind, even though she did not get that salary hike. That did not reduce her enthusiasm, her optimism. Now, in the afternoon, she bought some seafood and she prepared a healthy meal for the whole family to celebrate the three good fortunes of her day. Now, the next day, on the way back from home, her husband was hit. So he had an accident. He had small scratches on his legs and arms. When she heard her husband tell his story to her, she thought, that's lucky. Although he got into a traffic accident, only minor scratches happened. He didn't have to go to the hospital. And she made another massive dinner to celebrate family's good fortune. Now, after a few years, she resigned from the company she was working and she started her own business. The marketplace was like a battlefield. It's always is, isn't it? Startups are not very easy. So the marketplace was a battlefield. It was very harsh for her at the beginning. The company kept going through ups and downs, but she always kept such an optimistic attitude. Wherever it was and whenever it was, A smile was always on her lips. And thanks to that, in communication, she always wins the hearts of others. And everything she does is successful. Gradually, her company did really well. Um, she had good clients and she managed to save some assets for her family too. She bought a massive bungalow to call as a family home, and she asked a friend who worked as an electrician to install the entire lighting system inside and outside the house. Unexpectedly, her friend was greedy and installed all the poor quality lights in the market for the house, but charged her with the skyrocket prices. After just a few days, the light bulbs started to have problems and they started flickering. The lights even changed in their color. She called that golden friend, but he ghosted her and disappeared. Obviously, because he knew what he did to her, so he never came back. However, she wasn't sad, she wasn't negative, she wasn't upset, and she wasn't feeling bad. She thought, luckily, I did not buy his lights to install for the showroom, so the company showroom that I'm about to open. Also, looking at another hand, this new design made my house more beautiful and more bright. So look at her. You know, any of us would have cursed that friend and go negative, but she was all very optimistic and positive. Then one day, she discovered that her husband was having an extramarital affair. They came to divorce, and when she said her last goodbye to him at the house gate, she also said, that's fine. It's good to know it early so that we can solve it early. Fortunately, my children are old enough to understand their parents' story and they will not blame any one of us for that. Like that, she has become a lucky person for the rest of her life. It is not only a positive mindset, but also an optimistic way of life. And thanks to this lifestyle, the people around her never hear or have to hear a sigh, which is great, isn't it? Because we all have problems of our own life. We do not talk to friends to listen to their problems. I'm not saying that as friends we should not discuss. I discuss all my problems with my friends, but if we are positive, we can solve so much on our own. So coming back to Ruchika, so almost she is about 50 years now. She still looks as young as her in 30s. An optimistic lifestyle is something we can all create on our own. And that is also the expression of a person with wisdom and morality. And only those who can do that are worthy to enjoy peace and happiness in life. After all, we can say optimistic people do not always live in favorable circumstances, but they are the ones who have positive attitude in any and every situation. Please, please keep in mind, if you have any adversity in life, instead of asking God, God, why me? Accept it, accept that challenge and see what universe is trying to teach you. Because universe is always trying to teach you something through an adversity or through the positive circumstances. So, but the problem with us humans are when we have something negative going on, we always try to blame others, blame God. Rather, be positive and try to see how you can embrace those adversity around yourself to become a better person yourself. That's it. That's Ruchika's story and a moral from this story as well. Um, as I said, the title was long, but it's all for the good. So I hope you have learned something from Ruchika's life. I wish you a very pleasant week ahead, full of positivity and optimism. Thank you very much. I'll come back with another topic on Friday. Maybe a story, maybe a topic. You will know on Friday. Thank you very much. Namaste.